Hi everyone, it's Tammy with the Frou-frou Studio, and we are back to do this week's 50 Stack Challenge, which is a challenge that is being, that was created by Amy at Crafty Cat, and basically it is a single prompt that you use on a guest check. Each week she will give you 2 prompts, and one for each guest check, and then you create a guest check based on those prompts. This is my book. I am putting mine all in a book. She is creating ephemera with hers to use in future journals, but I wanted to keep mine, so I did something for me. And as you can see, my book is a big chunky monkey, and I actually had to take it apart and come up with a different way, and I still need to put some glue on some of this washi to assemble it, because yeah, it wasn't going to work the way I had it. This is last week's, which was, what was last week? Where's my list? Last week was a flower and some kind of form, and I have a receipt on here. And so this week she drew out, and I'm going to write these down so I'll remember later, a punch, any kind of punch, and the color brown. So I have done some prep work ahead of time, so this video won't be too terribly long. And with it being the week of Christmas, I didn't want to tie anybody up too long, including myself, so that I can get some things wrapped up for the holidays. And, you know, I'm sure you guys have better things to do this time of year than watch my videos, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So the first thing, the first check was a punch. And so I used this punch, which I have no idea. You can see I bought it from a thrift store for $2.99. It just says "For Your Creative Life" on the bottom. So I don't know what brand this is. That may be the brand name. I don't know. But I just punched down both sides of the guest check. So when it goes on my paper in my book, you know, it's going to look like this, with the little tan paper, handmade paper showing through, which I think will be pretty cool. So that's my punch. And then I also used a punch to do my corners and round my edges. And on this one, which is just a little journaling card I made, I used this punch, which is by Fiskars, and I used this edge, and I just put one in each edge. So we're going to ink all that up. So I think I have my punches covered for that prompt. I did not ink ahead of time. I should have, but I didn't. And like I said, I just made a tall, skinny journaling card out of a piece of scrap paper that I had. And then this tag is out of the scrap piece that I had from the bee journal from my porch prints. And actually, I think I might put a little reinforcer on there just because I think it'll look better. meant to grab a little piece of scrap, something to put in that hole, but I didn't. Okay, now I'm going to ink around the edges of this, and I think that'll help bring that out a little bit more. It is very delicate, and so I feel much better that it's going to be, because see that piece right there where the perforation was has already kind of come apart, which is to be expected, but I feel better to know that it's going to be down solid on a piece of paper. Okay. So we got that inked up a little bit. And then this is a pocket from the same My Porch Prints bee journal, and I altered it down to fit the width of my guest check. It was a little wider, and I just cut it down so that it would fit. And I'm going to glue it on here. Really quickly. And I'm going to glue it over the seam so we have some stability there. And I cut it down to fit right in between those two little scrolly thingies. And then I have this little tag, which is a Taylor tag, or Tracy Fox tag. And these are the ones that have the I think she calls them fabric swatch tags. But the interesting thing about those is they all have colors on them, or something about color. Like this one says pink stand. So, and I'm going to put it right here. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to put it right here. Changed my mind. And then I have this little photo, and I am going to paper clip it on the pocket with a Tim Holtz mini paper clip, like that. And then I'm gonna put my tags in my guest check pocket. And there we go. So when it's glued down, I'll get a clean piece of, so when it's glued down, it's gonna look like that on my page. And I think that's pretty cute. The only other thing that I would do would be to add something, a topper, you know, in this hole, which I don't have anything near me right now. So there's that one. So let's go to the other one. The other one is the color brown. And for those of you that have been watching my videos on this, you know that I try to somewhat coordinate my two tags together, and I really meant to put this on here. And I forgot. This is a piece of embossed player piano music, and I really wanted to, maybe I'll put it back here. so there's not so much pink going on. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Sorry, squirrel. I had it sitting there and didn't see it when I was throwing everything else together. There we go. That just gives a little bit more of that beigey color. Makes it coordinate just a little bit better. All right, now we're gonna move to the brown one. I'm not sure what that's hanging on. Okay, for the brown one, I actually have a blue guess check because that was the last pink one I had, and I had already done that punching on it before I realized I didn't have another pink one, and I wasn't going to do it again. So, we have one blue and one pink this week. But we're still going to try to tie them together. Alright, so there's our guess check. And then I have this piece. And the reason I'm using this bead journal stuff is I had done some stuff over the weekend with this journal, and this stuff was laying on my desk. So I'm just putting it to use is all. Because it was already here. And it just happens to be brown. And this is one of the journal cards that's in the kit. And I like it. I would like it better if I put it down straight. But this candle on here bothers me. So I'm going to get rid of it. I found this piece of paper in my stash. It's kind of a brown floral-y kind of paper. And so I am going to put that right here. Is that the way I had it? Yeah. Kind of like this. Kind of like that, and get rid of that candle. And I'm going to make it, you know, like a pocket. Like that. And then I'll cut it off over here. Okay, and then I have this, which is also in the kit, and it is a little envelope. And I'm going to not glue it together so that there's journaling space, so you can unfold it for journaling space. And so I'm going to leave it pretty much how it is, except ink it up, and then I'm going to glue it down just on the back side. Like this. But I'm not going to glue it so my pocket won't be there. So I'm going to glue it. Let's see. I'm going to glue it here, from here down, and then across, and then up this side. Okay, and that way my pocket still works, and it's more like a tuck, I guess, since I didn't glue it all the way up. And then I made this tag. Let me get a hole reinforcer out of a scrap piece of scrapbook paper. Scrap piece of scrapbook paper. That sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds redundant. Drop piece. Maybe that's what we should call it. It's a drop piece of scrapbook paper, because it has lots of brown tones in it, and it also has the blue, so that ties into my blue check a little bit. And we're going to put it down in this pocket. I may have to cut it off a little bit. I really didn't measure it. Let's cut it off just a tad. I'm telling you, I was flying putting this stuff together. I'm surprised it's coming together at all. And then I have this picture, and this is just to tie it into the other one. And actually, I picked this one first because it has a brown tone to it. And then I picked the other one to go on the other side just to kind of make it go together. And I'm going to, again, paper clip it on, and I'm going to paper clip it onto the envelope. And then again, I have a Tracy label, and it talks about brown. M Brown, 1.5 gallons of something, something. And I'm going to put it down here. And this little sticker's from the Kathy Holden sticker book. And I went ahead and stuck it on there since I had to take it off the sticker page. All right, so then when that one is on the page, it will look like that. And you can see the blue ones are a little bit longer than the pink ones. Not bad, but so there we go. I know that was a rush. That was how quickly can you make 2 guest checks? Pretty darn fast when you do everything ahead of time. So again, I used this punch, my corner punch. Oh, and I also used this punch to punch my holes in my tags. Oh, and I used, I don't know technically if this is a punch, but I used this as well. So there you go. We should have the punches well covered. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. And get to spend time with your family and friends, regardless of what holiday you celebrate. I hope it's the best ever. And I do have videos, of course, for Thursday, and I do not, as of yet, have one for the weekend, but I'm hoping to get that done so that you have one for the weekend. Again, you have more important things to do than watch my video, but there will be one out there, hopefully, if you do decide that you need something to do. So, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I have a project that's going to be starting in January, and I'm going to do an introductory video to that next week after Christmas so that we can get started right after the first of the year. And it is going to take the place of my Tuesday video, which has been Marguerite Miller. And I'm taking a break from Marguerite Miller, and I'm going to do something different. So I hope you'll join me for that and participate with me. So until next time, be safe, be healthy, and everybody have a great holiday. Bye.